Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jeanty.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you look at this defense,
they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
working out of the gun, Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
A gain of 9 yards. Result is a first down.
60 bites.
On first down, it's Jeanty.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Daniels looking to throw. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Here's Daniels. That's complete to Pierce.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
first and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road.
Ready?
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep it instead. A run up the middle here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ashton Jeanty, his third rushing touchdown on the year.
And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0.
That's the score. Visitors 7. Our home team
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready?
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And Hartline's going to get it over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
Past the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Chase Brown,
his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
and that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
To the air goes Daniels. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here we go, Jack.
Now Daniels. And he's got Pierce.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and max protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Come on. Hey. Mikey, 18.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his receiver, Katsabuka.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Cougar 19.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jaden Daniels.
34 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ready? Stretch the eagle. Stretch.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Ready up.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go now. Ready.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. The try. Touchdown. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Well, what a 1st half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
Go. Ready up.
They'll go again with Genty.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Up the middle, it's Genty.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Right back to Genty on 1st down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
Come on.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Ready.
An inside give, Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Get it. 18 Cardinal.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now Daniel's going to keep it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip up a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. A A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go. Set. 70 Lions.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Result is a first down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gain.
Come on.
I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because in his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. It's caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not.
David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Third and 4.
Let's go now.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Running right, here's Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard pickup.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie Wardell.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Levante David in on the tackle.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
3rd and 12.
Hey. 60 Vices, 60 Vices.
Back to throw.
He'll try and do this himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Back to throw now on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 43
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Daniels.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go. Let's go.
They give it to Brown. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Go.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Hot 70.
They'll set up to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made it their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the hoop.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Let's go.
Right back to Brown. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Press all 80. Ready, right?
They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
70 Timberwolves.
From the gun, a give to Brown.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Chase Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The offense will line up for a
60 by 60. Go.
That's Carr. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45.
166 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive, because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards a carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Ready.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back.
Okay,
They've
ready.
got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check, Panther. Say, hey. Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here,
we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Ready.
This is Brown going up the middle.
And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Ready.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs that have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the
an
tailback.
egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
41. Visitors 29. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end. But this one falls incomplete.
Now Daniels going to keep it. Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Daniels.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
At the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A loss of 7 yards.
Ready.
And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score. Our home team 41. Visitors 36.
So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out yet? Did it find out where? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't say much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't say much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.